Hey guys, this is Christine from Sugar Pepper Press, and today I have another folio for you, and I'm super excited about it. So, I am wondering if you know what junk, let's see, junk core or cluttercore. Have you heard of these terms? Okay, so sometimes they're kind of known more like on Pinterest as like junk journal aesthetic or, just vintage ephemera or like a flea market aesthetic. And so I have notes here to share this with you. So, this folio is literally like a portable flea market of sorts, and it just reminds me of going to a flea market or those little vintage shops where everybody has their own like little part of the space and they rent out that little booth or whatever. And this reminds me of that. And so it's kind of like just walking through that. And so I called it, if I can find my little thing now. Where is my thing? Okay. I called it Rosie's Flea Market. And rosy because it's got lots of rose colors and pink and stuff in it. This is what that is like for me. And it was super fun to create. And I can't wait to tell you about it as we get into it. Um, so let's do that now. So it's a quad waterfall folio. You will get a blueprint with your purchase that is specific to the type that you buy. This is the one that I'm using for the video, but I want to do at least one more because it's very fun and it's just a fun folio. You also get two different backing papers like this cool plaid and this watercolor. And I made these because I just wanted you to have some pretty things. And what is some kind of bead? Okay. So for the folio, there are a few basic pieces. You've got I've got a headset on and we were having trouble with my mic. My mic's not working with my computer for some reason. The mic itself is working, the computer itself is working. Together, they are not working. I'm not sure why. Anyhow, so I'm feeling a little weird because I have a headset on and it's got this little, there we go. Okay. It's got this little time life operator thing sticking on the side. So okay, folio base is very simple. You've got an envelope, you've got a little flap that folds up, and you've got tons of ephemera. You've got pockets and waterfall flaps and cards and tags and fussy cuts and signs, and I made a ton of it for you. So this is a total of 12 pages for all of it, and but it's super easy and fast to create. Now, usually I have the tabs be a certain color. I ended up changing this one. It's not what you see here. And the reason I did that was because it goes right inside this, and I wanted it to kind of like just blend in a little bit better. So it's a little different than this per se, but it'll be fine. I inked it on both sides. Usually I only ink it on one. I inked it on both sides here. And whichever side you can use the watercolor paper texture that I gave you, or you could use something else. You could use one of the two that I gave you. And I'm just putting this right on top here. Okay. And then I'm just making sure it lines up there. Okay. And then we're going to start putting it together panel by panel. So the first panel you have is a corner pocket. And it says Rosie's Flea Market, and we're going to put it right here. And you're just going to, for this, you're just going to glue right on two sides of this. And plop it down and let it dry. For this, you're actually going to do the waterfall panels. So the waterfall panels, you'll notice here, I have outlined how I created them to go together. You can do whatever you want, of course, as always. So this one is first. It's got this really pretty rose fabric type print. And then there's this little, almost like a damask, but with flowers and ribbons. And then there's this damask, and then there's this wallpapery print or like a, it reminds me of like curtains, calico curtains or something. So we're going to put these here. Now, on this one, um, you're just going to center it about right here, and you want the last one to be about right here. So you're just kind of positioning them equally with each other. And I'm just going to glue that down and center that right there. Okay, so I have these notes that I don't want to forget to tell you. So let's see, where am I at? Okay, yes. So the whole like what, not cottage core, cluttercore. So I heard this term cluttercore and I was like, what is cluttercore? That sounds like something I need to know about because I'm a little bit of a clutter bug and I've like kind of gone all different directions in my life. From minimalist, where we got rid of like everything because it was just too much to think about having more than one of anything. And then I'm I'm where I'm at now is just kind of like a little bit of a hoarder situation. Not really a hoarder. I mean, it's honestly not, but I need to get rid of stuff. So I vacillate between these different things. Um, it's almost like when I need a new hobby, I'll just like get rid of stuff or buy stuff. It's kind of a little bit of both, but anyhow, I'm just putting these in here. So I think the thing about this idea of cluttercore or um, junk journal aesthetic or flea market aesthetic, whatever you want to call it just feels kind of like lived in a bit. And it's kind of like rummaging through like your grandma's drawer. Or like my grandparents had this little table where they would keep the telephone and the they always had things there. It was like they had the phone book, of course. They had like a little metal thing that held, it was like for contacts and stuff, and you pushed the little button and this thing would pop up and you could like use this little dial to dial in whatever the last, name started with. So it was alphabetized down and I need to find one. I'm gonna try to find a picture of it and like put it here. But anyway, you would push it down to your letter and then you would push the button and it would flip up just to those cards. It was so fun. It was just so neat to me. Anyway, that's why I love this look. It just nothing is matchy matchy, but everything fits together. And what's difficult, I think, about this look is that because it's not matchy matchy, things aren't sold together or they're not in the same part of the store or whatever. And I sometimes find it a little bit difficult to create if I'm just trying to stick with a couple of different paper sets or whatever. But I'm in the process of reorganizing all of my files, so um, I hope to bring you more stuff because I love putting it together. It's just that isn't always, it's not always saved in the same place. And I like to use either stuff that I create, stuff that I buy from other creators, and I like to mix everything together. Okay, so you've got 3 pockets here, and they're gonna just go right here. And this one is almost down to the bottom. Okay. So anyway, I think that's both what makes it difficult to create, but also very like fun to create if you aren't in a rush. Um, I want to do that. I love this look for my house. I want to do more of this, and I love to be on Facebook groups that have, they're like decorating Facebook groups, and they're like all these things that people put together, and you're like, can you just come decorate for me? Because that is very cool the way you made everything go together. But what it is I think there's people out there, I think they like shopping. I am not one of those people, as I've mentioned before. And so I just kind of want it to be done. I want to um, have it all in one place, get it all at the same time, have it finished. I'm not a revisitor of things. And so, um, anyway, sorry. So, but that's one reason that I like to create the kits that I do because I can pull those things together. And if you're anything like me, you might find that difficult as well. And so this makes it to where it's that part's done. It's kind of already done for you. I'm going to move this one down a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. It's already kind of done for you. It's kind of already decided for you, and you don't have to decide. So therefore, it comes together and it's just cute all by itself, right? So, okay, we're gonna let that dry. And then we're gonna put our flip up panel here. So this panel right here glues right like this, bumps up to the top, and it's centered. So there's a little spine for it, and that's just because there's the stuff that's inside is kind of thick. So I created these little signs for you. Open daily, antiques and oddities, little Rosie's flea market. And then I gave you these fussy cuts as well. And then I have like a little open sign here. I have two open signs because one you can put on the front. There's just so much good stuff in here. Okay. Oop, I need to put some more glue here. My kids have a friend over, so it's a little louder than normal here. Okay. Now we are going to put these little corner pockets on. So you can see the blueprint for those as well, and you can rearrange them however you want. I'm going to do them like this. Oh, I got these wrong. Oh, poo. Poo, 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 poo. I don't like that. Didn't notice till just now, but I'm going to lift it up because you're not going to see under it. And I'm just going to glue it right back down where it belongs. Let's see. Can we get it up? Can we get it up? Yeah, that looks terrible. Oh well, we're going to do it anyway because I said it right, but I laid it out wrong. This is glued down. I feel like I need to just start using removable glue because, eventually it um, hardens up and it sticks really, really hard. Uh, that way when I make a mistake like this, I don't have to redo it all, but I am, learning to move on. Holy cow. I don't know that I could have done that any worse. Sufficiently terrible, that is. Okay, there we go. We're going to glue that there. And then the top part, you know, can be seen, so that's fine. A little scrap of paper. So to me, this just like they like tell a story. I think that's what I like about it. It tells a story of people's lives before you. And you can make up the story yourself, or you can, just imagine what it would be like if there's no writing on it. You may not know, and you can just guess. I have a really cool like vintage. Let me show you really quick. Okay, I found these at a antique store. I don't know who they are. This says Wade Johnson and Rose Campbell before they were married in 1900, Max Creek, Missouri. They were married December 12th, 1901. If you know Wade Johnson, Rose Campbell, tell them I have their picture, but they're dead. Anyway, and then here's another one. And this is Miss Lillian Block, Harvey Photo, Slick, Oklahoma. So I have these kind of things. I love to pick them up. They are usually very expensive, but they're so neat. Look how thick the cardboard is on these things. They're so cool, these cabinet cards. Anyhow, speaking of cardboard, this is cardstock, but it just made me think. I am using a different cardstock. I'm going to link it in the description. It is a 250 GSM cardstock, and I love it. It's very thick. Listen to it. It's very thick and nice, and it still goes through my printer. I'm kind of getting off here. Okay, so this is going to glue. I'm going to glue this here. I'm going to glue this here. I'm going to glue this one here and this one here. Okay, you're just going to glue on two sides for this. See, you can't even tell right there. That's good. I'm glad. There you can tell. You could just ink that up probably. Could I? Could I? Should I? Okay, so there is another corner. And the last corner goes here. And there you go. Okay, so that's done. And we're gonna let those dry. Now we're coming over here to this flap. And there are two belly bands. So this is like a hidden note pocket. So we have this belly band, and it's gonna go right here. I'm already thinking of the next one I want to do. I'm gonna do kind of like a little story or something here. If you saw my Advent folio, you know I really like to create little stories of events and happenings and mysteries and whatever. I'm also a little bit of a crime drama junkie. I do like true crime, but the thing I like about crime dramas is they're solved. Something's usually solved. With true crime, they usually are open-ended, and I don't like that. It makes me feel uncomfortable. Okay, I made this little belly band with tickets. So those are going to go right here. Let's kind of see where we want to place that. So I've got this little hidden note for you, and it can go right here. So I'm going to put this right here, and you just want to glue it to where in the very, very, very edge. So I'm going to just put just a teeny bit of glue right along the edge there. And glue it right here. It is almost Thanksgiving. I need to finish my promotion email. You're going to want to check that out. It's very exciting. I get several emails about it, and it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Anyhow, okay, we're going to let that dry. Then you can decorate the front of this. So this is that. This is this. So I've got like just some little snippets that you can pop on there. You could use a little bit of foam tape if you want. Um, you could swap these. I think I'm going to use a little bit of foam tape just right here. You could do this side or this side. I'm looking at my thing. Okay. This is the kind of look that drew me to junk journaling in the first place and scrapbooking, which I did for years. I just love the little pulling together of pieces. And the thing about this kind of look is you don't need matching papers. I'm really talking to myself about this, right? So I'm talking to you, but I'm talking to myself. You don't need matching papers. You don't need everything on your mantle to look like it belongs together. The idea with this is it doesn't belong together, and it feels like it does. Um, and it's just kind of that joy of digging through old stuff and finding something that like sparks memory, like the little phone thing I was talking about. And yeah, just fun, 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 fun. Okay, now let's go through our ephemera. Oh, you know what? Well, let's let this dry. This is going to fold in this way. This is going to fold in this way, and then it folds like this, okay? So then you can decorate the front. And here, what we're going to do is I've got another piece of that really pretty rose paper for you. And you can either glue this to the back. That's probably what I'm going to do. Or the front. So I have like this little tag here and the chandelier. And I'm going to, I need to scoot up to the table, but I'm honestly afraid like it just shakes it so much. Anytime I scoot up. So this is like a gatefold, and it's has a little pocket inside of it. There we go. It's very cold right now. Well, it's not really cold. It's like in the 60s, but it was storming this morning. We woke up and it was storming. And it was one of those days you just kind of feel like staying in bed because it's kind of cold and stormy. And it was raining and lightning and everything. There was lots of sirens. It was very upsetting and sad. I just pray for when I hear a siren, I just pray that everybody is okay. Oh, see, I'm moving the light. Okay, so there's that. We're going to open this up. We're going to put our little pocket in here. What is that called when you have like a bunch of little antique shops in the same building? Is that an antique store? Antique shop of shops? Antique shop gathering? What is that called? Uh, e- Antique shop exhibit? Oh my gosh. Okay. So then this is just going to glue right here. You could do magnets here. If you really wanted it to stay closed, you could do some of the little teeny tiny Velcro dots. Um, I am finding that removable adhesive does not stay removable, so I wouldn't recommend that. But you could also do where you put a little dab of glue and then you let it dry, and then but it's still kind of sticky. That probably would work here good too. And I'm going to leave room at the top for my sign. So I want this to go here. And then you can choose what you want to do here. So I gave you all these so that you could do whatever you wanted to do. I'm going to do my little open sign. Where's my little, there, open daily. You can do whatever you want. I like this one. You could add whatever you wanted to here. You can do florals, whatever. So let's open up and start filling it in. So in here, I've made it for a tag. It says old. So there's the tag. So I put a tag there. That's all this is in your blueprint. Okay. So then you can open this up like here. And let's fill this side up. So I've got these kitty little girls. Okay. I've got all this kitty stuff for you. I've got this really pretty butterfly on this rose. And then I've got this um, cathedrals. And I've got some torn paper, ephemera here. Okay. And there's lots of room in here, lots of room. You can stick a lot of stuff in here. And then I've got, let's see what I have here. Okay, so look, I've got these cards here. Listen, I really like this. I really like this cardstock. I'm kind of infatuated with it. I've got a card here. So there is one of these cards for each one of your corner pockets here. We've got that there and a little postcard. Oh my goodness, how adorable is this? And then I've got this one here and this one here and this one here. And let's put some more stuff. Let's finish filling these up and then we'll go back and fill in the rest. Okay, so these little cards pop right in here. Here and here. And I've got like this little greeting card. This is like a vintage greetings. And I've got this here. And I've got this really pretty tag here. It's got some like kind of diagram on it and these leaves. So that can pop right there. And then this flips up and this can hold your hidden note. So you can slide the note in here. Let's see. I may have glued a little bit or too much. Okay, let's see. I may need to turn that down here, but there. Oh, good. Yes, it holds it perfectly because it like holds it in there. So it's not going anywhere. And then I'm going to tuck in this little motel sign and um, receipt there. And I've got a piece of luggage, because there's always luggage at the antique shop. There's always seems to be luggage. Let's see what else we got. Oh, I know what we forgot to do. We nothing. Me. It was me. I've got this little envelope for you, and so this just literally folds over. Press it down really good, especially if you're using a thicker cardstock. The great thing is this belly band actually has gussets, so it's going to allow you to put lots more stuff in there. So we're going to glue this. Actually, I'm going to glue right here on the edge. There. And then I'm going to glue here. And then I'm going to leave the top open. It's folded, so it could go. That. So it will close, but I'm going to leave mine open. You could close it if you're giving it as a gift. Look, also, what fits in there? A library card. No, I had my kids collect some gift cards they had. So there's a Walmart. This would be such a great birthday gift. You could put like a little $5 gift card in each little slot, or a little note, or a little bookmark, or you could do a bookmark in here. Okay, that's good. Should be good now. Yep, that just slides in there. And then I've got this little paint sampler. I do these with, I used to, when I was doing watercolor, I had so many of these. I would just make of all the new watercolors that I bought. So you can just slip whatever you want to in this little envelope. You could put some, like a $5 bill, and you could pop that in there. You could put a note here. Let's see what else we want. We're gonna pop this little thing here. You know what I think I'm gonna do is I'm going to, ooh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna glue the top part of this down here, and then it can act like a little holder. How cute is that? Okay. And then we've got, let's see where else. Oh, I wanted to put, where did I have this? I'm gonna just tuck in more stuff here. My robot vacuum is now charging. You could clip stuff together here and put this in here like that. Let's see. I'm gonna put my little, there's that. Let's see, we've got flowers here. And we can put, there's a chandelier, and we can put some more flowers here. You can always tuck something underneath if you want to. You could put something here. This could be like a little truck there. You could put a little open sign. Open. You could put an open sign here to tell it to open or tell them to open it. And then I think I'm going to stick my little truck in there. I've got a little rocking horse, antique like carousel horse, I guess. I'm going to put my carousel horse there and my other little sign there. Okay. I know. I'm going to put, you know what? I'm going to put this one open daily here. I'll fold this up and put this here. Antiques and oddities. And there you go. Rosie's Flea Market. And there you go, Rosie's Flea Market. I hope you enjoyed it and that you will pick it up in the shop and come back and see me next time. Have a great day. Bye.